y'all, what's good? Bissy here. You're listening or watching the Legit Podcast, and we've taken a spin on this podcast where I bring to you a snack and I unpack it as it relates to my life as much as I feel comfortable, so it can flow into your life, so you can practically show up in the spaces and in the relationships that you're in. And we unpacked a quote the last time, and so this time we're doing a verse. So one time my friends and I, actually over the couple of weeks, my friends and I have been having conversations, and amongst women, for some reason, and we probably all know that reason, once you hit that 25, there's some kind of like pressure. I don't know where it comes from, probably from society and just the standards that have been set. But, you know, we were in conversation about it, not together, separately. I've had conversations with a couple of girlfriends, and we were just talking about how, oh my gosh, I'm either turning 25 or I'm 25 and I don't know what I'm doing in my life. Or I don't know what I've done, or I don't know, oh my goodness, I should have been married by now, had a boyfriend. I don't even have a boyfriend, you know, or, you know, the money I thought I'd be making, I'm not making it right now, or whatever it is, right? It's just that pressure that honestly, I don't think it's internal pressure. I think it's external pressure, just because of comparison and, you know, again, the social standards that have been set as though our lives have to be all figured out by 25. Now, in my line of work, I have the opportunity actually to be in conversations with women who are 30, 40, 50, and honestly, even they're still figuring things out. And so again, it's a journey, right? And so this verse actually came to me, Proverbs 20:21, which says that an inheritance, when gained too quickly, is no blessing at all. Now, whilst this verse actually speaks to our finances, right? That if you're trying to get money quick, it really doesn't end up good for you because it's no blessing at all. When you get something, haste makes waste. When you get something too soon, it goes real fast, right? And so there's steps that you have to take. Now, while this can apply to money and business, I think it can also apply to the call that is on our lives or the vision that we see for our lives. Now, personally, patience was not my strong suit, right? And so when I want something, I want it now. I'm like, today, like, please, today. Like, I just take action. I need it today. Now, while I've had to learn the hard way, I do believe there is a reason why we have to go from 0 and take those 1 to 99 steps before we reach that thing. First of all, if we're talking about money, for example, going through those steps of being wise about money and handling money, it fosters financial responsibility. In the same way, whatever it is or whatever vision that you've seen upon your life or whatever call, whatever thing or idea in your mind that you're trying to bring into fruition, there are steps that we have to take to get there, because you realize that when you do get there, right? Like for example, I remember somebody asked me if, let's say I wanted this podcast to be the number one best podcast in the whole world, the entire world. And somebody's like, okay, let's give that to you. What are you going to do? All you have to do is just show up. But what are you going to do? I really don't know. I don't have the answers. I don't know who I would need. I don't know what I would need. I don't know the kind of people. I don't even know what kind of content at that level I want to be, pushing. And so I think a lot of the times these steps helps us ourselves to really mold, right? To really mold and carry and get the skills and get the tools that fosters and is able to be, so we are able to carry and sustain the very thing that we see so big, right? Because a lot of if you think about it, discipline, financial discipline, or self-control, self-discipline in its sense, how we relate to people, from different backgrounds, how we relate to people even in our own circle, right? With whatever it is that we're trying to get to, all these kind of things feed into it. And so going back to that verse, an inheritance gained too quickly is no blessing at all. It's because you realize that when you skip all these steps, you get to that place and it's not even able to serve you or serve the people that you're trying to serve at that level because you did not take the time to learn everything that you're supposed to learn. And I think that's what God does with us. A lot of the times we want something fast. And I remember one of my friends was like, Bissy, we're just going to pray for patience. Let's just pray for patience and all that. And I'm like, girl, I'm not praying for patience, okay? Because I feel like life, everything that has to do with life is patience. And I learned it the hard way. Like I prayed for patience when I was, younger and I felt it, all right? Let's just say I really felt it. And I just feel like the Christian walk, I feel like life in general, you have to be patient. You have to be patient with your relationships, with yourself, with your relationship with God, with your work colleagues. You got to be patient. If you're in a season right now, you got to be patient until you get out of that season, right? And so whilst we're doing that, how about we gather the tools, the skills, and even, changing our prayers to God, what are you unleashing? What are you bringing out of me right now? What do I have to learn? Rather than I want it now, rather than take it off of me, this is too hard, and all that stuff, right? And so I think it is very important that we realize that this life is a journey. There's always higher than you can't go. I don't know if a lot of you have heard that they say as soon as you get a hang on something, there's another challenge that comes right in. And it's like, wait, I just got a hang on this, right? And what happens is because we're always supposed to go higher. We're always supposed to add on to add on to that skill. I heard somewhere that once you stop learning, once you become once you don't really hone in on your self-development at every stage of your life, you become irrelevant. And I was like, dang, now that sounds really harsh, but it's true. Because if you're not learning, if you're not growing, if you're not adding on, and you just want everything giving to you, right, just giving to you, handed to you on a silver platter, how are you able to manage it to serve you and to serve the people that you want to serve? And so this is what I want to leave you guys with today. Again, the snack is Proverbs 20:21. An inheritance gained too quickly is no inheritance at all. Munch on that. Bye.